Alright, so the other day FanboyOchi uploaded a video that was a Queen Bee run, and I think it was for some kind of a World Bee Day or something like that, which I wasn't aware of. But if I had been aware of it, I might have dug out this run, which has been waiting for, let's see, yeah, it was 18th of March that I recorded this game. So we're over 2 months out from actually recording this, which is kind of ridiculous. I haven't actually played SAP now for almost a month, and I've still got like 20 odd videos waiting to be edited. I guess we can say we're down to 19 now. So this was a pack specifically set up for Bombus. Clearly we're going to go for the stat swap with the frog. I wonder what percentage of videos that I've uploaded in the last like 2 or 3 years have a frog swap in them. Quite high, I would imagine. But yeah, Bombus, obviously the one drawback is the terrible starting stat line, but we can very easily fix that by swapping from the Babirusa. So we'll take the level up on turn 4, do we? Or maybe we're going to save it. Because this is 2 months old, I don't really remember exactly what happens. Okay, we are going to take it now, and then get rid of the Babirusa. And probably another, frog. Since we have stuff like Yak in the pack, we can just do a frog swap whenever we want with just the base stats, because they're always going to be better than 1, 2. And what I'm going for in this game is 5 of a kind Bombus. So having played a lot of games with Bombus in the pack, you realise just how much tempo it provides in the early turns. And especially when you stack them up, you can get some seriously devastating snipes. And if you also pair them with perks like Kiwano, which I've been using a lot of recently, or Pineapple. Since we're going for a 5 of a kind, we can't use Albatross, but ultimately I don't think that makes too much difference. I think there I should have just sold a Tamarin onto the 1-2 Bombus there, but I guess it's not super important to have like all big units. We're trying to rely on the fact that the multiple snipes from the Bombus are going to disrupt a lot of teams. So I take the Humphead Wrasse here. Obviously it doesn't work for a 5 of a kind, but we don't have to worry about that yet. As the Bombus snipes actually take care of almost that entire team. Now when you're going for these types of runs, I think it is tempting to put like Pineapple and everything, but ultimately it makes way more sense to have just like a couple of units that are carrying you based on their stats, and then everything else is just there for the snipe effect. And even with just that little bit of extra damage from the Pineapple, you can see it quite easily gets through these teams in the sort of later portion of the early game. But now we're on turn 9, so things are going to start ratcheting up. We need to we need to also find more Bombuses, so there's one there. Notice how they're all level 1 as well. Upgrading them to level 2 doesn't really matter too much because, we're only going to get 1 extra damage for the 6 gold. So buying the Pineapple is much more efficient. And here you can see the power of Lemon. Like, Lemon there basically carries the whole thing. And so now we're on turn 10, and we have 2 units that are not Bombuses. So it's kind of difficult to decide at which point do you actually just sell stuff and start trying to find the other Bombuses that you need. We can recover a bunch of gold from the Platypus, and here the Scorpion actually gets killed by the Bombus snipes, which is perfect. And that's actually going to put us on to 9 wins with 3 Bombuses on board. Now, since we're bringing in a 1-2 unit here, we need to think about the ordering. And here I should buy sell Platypus, yeah. Often forget to do that, but it seems like I remembered in this situation. Since we also have a pineapple on the 8-11 unit, we probably want to play it further back. And it's probably worth playing one of the weak ones right up front just to take a hit. Okay, we're going to play two of them up front. And then go for level up on the one with the pineapple. Probably not going to be able to beat this team. Even though the lemon is actually going to do some good stuff. Okay. Yeah, we were very close. So at that point, it feels like the game is over. It's turn 12 now. We have a 3-2, a 2-2, and a 1-4. And all our Bombusses are level 1. Probably just looking for Kiwano here to try and upgrade the backmost unit. I don't know why I put Lemon on it in the first place. We lose a Bombus here immediately. But look at this. The Lemon on the 7-2 unit actually wins us the game with 1 HP. That is just an insane outcome on turn 12. I don't know, I could play 100 games and not see something like that happen again. So since that run finished really early, and I kind of wanted to extend the length of the video to make sure that the outcome wasn't spoiled there, we're going to look at this run, which recorded on replay. I don't think I've actually uploaded this one before. I think I've already uploaded the video that corresponds to this run, because this is going to be a Tanistrophius game. I'm pretty sure I did already upload it, but I forgot to include this clip. If I did include it, you know, who cares? I'm sure plenty of people watching this didn't watch that first one. But this one is kind of funny and highly appropriate based on the previous run. There's actually level 3 Bombus on the opposing team. Nice to see. So we're going to try and build up a parrot here. And then we'll take the red dragon. So clearly not going for a 5 of a kind if we're going for parrot. Probably going to lose again here. Even though we got a ridiculous amount of bonobos in the early game of this, yeah, it's not going to be enough against that team. But now we get the Tanistrophius. And I think, okay, we're just going to let the red dragon get a few buffs before we swap to buffing Tanistrophius instead. Back-to-back Quetzalcoatl teams. This one actually has Bok Choy on the Geometric Tortoise. Not sure I've seen that before. But this time we are going to survive. It's nice to face these slightly offbeat teams that give you a better chance of progressing. So here we go, Tanistrophius in. Now if you've never seen this unit before, it's very, very uncommonly played. It removes EXP from the opponent as long as you don't have any EXP in your pack. So I don't have Chocolate or any of the other typical units like Crow and so on. Which does kind of put you at a bit of a disadvantage, but once you get the Tanistrophius Parrot combo going, it is pretty nasty, especially against teams that haven't necessarily scaled and they just have a bunch of technology. Those units going down to level 1 is just absolutely devastating. I think the Blowfish there actually gets sniped because of the EXP health reduction. Gets knocked out by the Crisp rather. And then what we're going to look for, protect the Baboon. And then I think if I start losing here, I'm going to bring in the Baycats. Probably should just sell the remaining Baboon. It actually doesn't matter at all if the Tanistrophius stats are low, because I think it's a before battle ability. Now we very narrowly lose here. But we just need one more win. Okay, here we go. We're going to increase the strength of the team a little bit by bringing in the Baycat. And what are we going to face in the final battle here? It is opposing 5 of a kind Leopard. And they all get downgraded to level 1. The Crisp is therefore going to remove the back 2 units, and the Tomato gets the last knockout. So super rare to actually face a 5 of a kind. Even if it's a unit as popular as Leopard, you just almost never see 5 of a kinds in the wild.